Okay, so one of the most concerning things with iOS for me personally is that we tend to have so many types of the same app. In other words, if you need an effects, iOS got you. If you need a piano of some sort, maybe electric or regular, iOS has you. If you need a synth, they definitely got you. But that seems to be where the line draws in the sand. And well, let me add one more to that. If you need a sampler, iOS has you. However, that's where the line draws in the sand. After that, it seems to be very few of other types of apps. Like when you think of drumming apps, maybe you think of what? Elastic Drummer, Clevgrand has One Shot. It's pretty much it. There may be a few little digital synthy type of drum app for drum things, but there's not much more than that. There's a few percussion out there. In fact, Cleb Grant has most of them locked up, right? As far as being the developer that actually has them. But what other drum apps are really that prevalent? I mean, of course, you got like Beatmaker 3, but I wouldn't consider that just a drum app. That's more like a DAW or a Groove Machine or what would you call that? It's more like closer to like what an MPC would be, or maybe a groove box. But other than these groove boxes that have stuff in it, what actual AV3s that are just dedicated to just drums do you see? And it's not often or hardly any. And maybe they don't get enough support. I'm not sure. But that's just one thing. But the biggest two that stand out to me, and I've said this before, is iOS does not have really a solid, amazing bass guitar app. They have one called iFretless Bass. That's probably the only one that has some upright jazz type bass guitars in there. But it's no really any others that are stand out to it. Now I know Logic brought in like a bass session bass thing that kind of works pretty good. But other than that, where's the Trillion or Ample Sound or things of that nature? It's just not there. And I'm not sure if it's because the market is not there or if it's because there's no developers that actually care to make that type of an app. It does take some work, and I know it's probably a big project like that to be able to do it. But where is it at? All right. The other one that stands out to me, and I've said this before, guitars. We have a ton of amps. I mean, we were amped out, right? Or amped up, I should say. But we don't have actual guitar sounds like apps that like Ample Sound again, which makes an incredible plethora of apps. So let me show you what I mean. Here's Ample Sound. So we don't have this dedicated apps that you can pull up and play a guitar across, and they actually sound good. I mean, I use them in all my music. If you go back and listen to it, has some of these instruments in it. Right? I use a 335 probably the most. This one right here. So, when are we going to get something like this in our iOS? So this is my question to developers, but it's also my question to you. What do you think is iOS missing music-wise? Not all the other apps that you could possibly have, but something that's related to music. What is it missing that you personally would like to see? I would love Ample Sound to come over to iOS. I really would, because I love their stuff. But I don't think they will. And I think I mentioned it to them one time and they were like not interested. But I can understand why if you don't support them. So if you don't support them at all, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to want to bring this over. So anyway, that is my thought. I'm curious about yours. Please put it in the comment section. What apps, or I should say, what things do you think iOS is missing that could make it a lot better for you to use. All right. That's all I got for you. And again, I'm out.